C XYZ and has a relevant certificate and has 4 or 5 years of experience, it actually does not justify me to hire a guy at that level who has got only certifications and who got trainings. Certifications I can do, training I can do. He has a Huawei Academy, I have a Ericsson Academy. And we can train ourselves and get people certified. From this forum, people who support us for external hiring, when we look at them, we look at them that they should support us with somebody who's got a relevant experience of delivery. Demonstrated experience. I don't think we'll be hiring on potential, especially when it comes to senior level. Potential is great, but you have to have some demonstrated experience because you're making huge investments. You're spending a lot of money to get these guys in.
You know, but that's, I think, where the inherent contradiction is, Manish.
Exactly.
This is, you know, when Ashish talks about building partnerships, you certify people, and I think Donnie raised this issue partially when he said that, look, I can do it if I see myself as a long-term partner. If ultimately you say, look, my hiring piece is so much, but I'm going to do 98% and I want you to do the 2% I'm not capable of doing, then there is no motivation for us to invest in the other 98%. You know, it works in a partnership model, and I think GE is a great example. You know, in my company, our e-learning capability was built on because GE backed us. We had no capability. They backed us. They didn't have a vendor doing it, so we built it with their help.
See,
you know, it was a win-win for both of us.
I get it.
He has got a few fundamental skills, and probably which you can
training. I'm saying training. If somebody is just trained, I'm not sure we would be that keen or not. I mean, you guys can see.
Which is why you're not
training ourselves can do it.
The ideas are different. I'm saying that, say you need certain niche skills to be there in a person when he comes into this particular team. I'll just give an example. You were mentioning about someone getting from overseas and a team being built around him for a span of 2 to 3 years, and the person going back because he was an expat, so he goes back, but by the time he's back, you create a support team that will do for relating to customers. Now for such teams, say you need fundamentally, again I'm picking a word, so it's not like that. I'm saying you say a year down the line you need LT to be built upon, and you get someone who's an expert in LT, but you need a team of 4 to 5 people who fundamentally know LT, are being trained by people from the best of places, so that you can work around him. But for that, we can only give you such folks if they are available, and if they are not, if you pick that these are the 5 best people I've seen on the skill sets of the basic telecom skill sets, say the protocol skill sets, what these people have to have at the highest level. They are fundamentally very strong on protocols, they're extremely strong on programming, and they are those wow guys from the best of places. If they are being given an overview or a training module of LT or of such things at this experience, they will be my best fit. Only if you give us such inlays, then we can contribute. Else, we have to look for people who are not there. You are going to the same branch, we are going to the same branch, we will not be able to suffice the need what we are having. But if you give us such inlays, probably